And we're now joined by Sharon Pratt. She's the former mayor of Washington, D.C. She's the founding director of the Institute of Policy, Politics, and History at the University of the District of Columbia. And she also was in the same sorority as Kamala Harris, Alpha Kappa Alpha. Thanks so much for being here, Madam Mayor. I did want to ask about one speech that's continuing to get a lot of attention. That is from a former nominee. Let's listen.
This is our time, America. This is when we stand up. This is when we break through. The future is here. It's in our grasp. Let's go win it.
I wanted to ask about your analysis. What do you think Hillary Clinton's speech does? Obviously, it was received very well here at the DNC, but some people may not want to be reminded of the person who Trump defeated. How do you think it plays to those people who may not be voting for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump and kind of on the fence?
Well, I thought it was well delivered. I mean, she was very deft in her presentation. She acknowledged that she had been the trailblazer on this terms of this position, but very much focused on Kamala Harris, that the time was here. So I thought she did it in a way that reminded people of what she had done without making it a speech about herself.
Let's turn to Joe Biden. Obviously, an enthusiastic crowd for him, a 4 minute standing ovation. But that's because people, at least in no small measure, see him as doing the right thing for the party and not running for a second term. He's still been polled to be very unpopular. What role do you think he will play on the campaign trail?
I think it'd be a very positive role. Yes, he stepped aside for a new generation. This campaign and this election cycle is about a clash of ideas of whether, in fact, who gets to be we the people of America. And I think Joe Biden bringing his endorsement and affirmation to that experience and that effort will be nothing but a positive for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Madam Mayor, finally, can you talk a bit about Kamala Harris, the history that she's making, which she doesn't often talk about on the campaign trail? To my ear, she doesn't talk about the making history as much as Hillary Clinton did back in 2016. Can you talk about that history? And if you would, the sorority that you both were in at different times, can you talk about why that is important to understanding her identity?
Well, I was, put my age in context. I was the captain of my line for Alpha Kappa Alpha at Howard University's campus when Kamala was born. So that was quite some time ago. And yes, the sororities, as were the fraternities, often became activist organizations. I think Kamala is wise to focus on the needs of the American people, the vision and hopes of the American people. People never elect a resume. They don't elect you because you were born here or you'll be the first of that. They don't want to hear it. They want to hear about your message to help them and improve the quality of their lives. So I think she is smart and wise to focus on the issues and concerns of the American people.
Okay, former Washington, D.C. Mayor Sharon Pratt, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.